What's up, everybody? My name is Holly Pulliam. Welcome to Traumedy Hour. Holy shit, you guys. It's finally happening. It's here. It's my podcast. Are you ready for some fucking jokes that are about life's traumas? This podcast is brought to you by my... We don't have any sponsors yet because I am an unknown nobody. But this podcast is brought to you by my insane Instagram ranting that has grown into something much more and is now becoming a podcast. So for those of you who've been enjoying my anecdotes, which I like to call them, I think some people may call them insane ramblings, but to me, they're anecdotes and psychological analyses into human behavior. So call it what you want. Potato. This podcast is just a new creative endeavor for me. My name is Holly Pulliam. Some of you might know me as a singer, songwriter, musician, and performer. I have been a musical performer and singer-songwriter for over 20 years, and I have played live shows. I've played events, not the Grammys, unfortunately, but like weddings and funerals type of events. You may have been a fan of my music, and that's why you know me. Maybe you don't know me at all. Maybe you're one of the bazillion people in my family. Maybe you're one of my few friends because I hate people and I don't have a lot of friends. I'm fucking kidding. Welcome to my podcast, Traumedy Hour. I'm so excited to get this launched. I have been working on this for a while. I wanted to get my little ducks in a row before I launched. So yeah, I don't know that we could say my ducks are in a row yet, but we're launching. All systems go. This is a grassroots operation, baby. This is me and my iPhone and some like plant lights from Lowe's. So this is definitely low budge. Maybe you're asking yourself, well, what is Traumedy Hour? What the fuck is that? Just hold on. I'm going to explain it. Everybody sit down and relax because I'm going to tell you what this is. I'm going to set the expectations. I'm going to put the boundaries out here. That's what this video is about. I'm going to tell you what to expect, and I'm going to tell you what to not expect. What to expect when you're expecting nothing. Traumedy Hour is a place for me to share the everyday traumas and comedies of life, which is what I've been doing on Instagram for a few years. And I love to soften the blow of existing by being witty and practical. So that's what this podcast is. This is witty, practical, honest, and real life stories. As a songwriter, I am familiar with how to tell stories because that's what songwriting is. You are telling stories through song. And now I'm going to kind of switch gears to tell stories in spoken word. Not like slam poetry spoken word because I'm not a poet. It kind of pains me to say that I've had a lot of jobs, a lot of relationships, a lot of friendships. I have a lot of family members. I just have been exposed to a lot of things in life, and I'm going to talk about them. It's painful to say that because it's like, Jesus, dude, she's in her 30s and she's like already had a lot of jobs and relationships. Oh my God. This is about self-exploration, self-improvement, personal growth, and just like straight up telling stories and making fun of life. The only way that I can really do that in a healthy way is to tell my own stories and make fun of my own life. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to just like put my shit on blast. You're going to hear it all, past, present, future. Buckle your seatbelt, baby, because I got some stories to tell. This is a place where we can show up as our true, authentic selves. So I am opening the door to all ages, gender, sexual orientation, social status. I don't fucking care. I do want to be clear that the content we're going to be discussing is not intended for children. This is very much like young adult type material. And some of the topics that I'll be discussing over time include relationships, dating, sex, marriage, divorce, infidelity, finances, career, education, body image, mental health, therapy, depression, anxiety. We're going to run the gamut, baby. And I don't want your children to be traumatized by my trauma. So please just keep that in mind. Authenticity is important to me. Being an organic thinker is important to me. I'm not scripting these podcasts. I'm just going to roll with life. I'm going to show up as myself every single episode, and whatever that looks like, we're going to find out. I don't know. I'm going to show up with my true emotions and my true thoughts and my true feelings and my true experiences, and I'm going to share them with you. I'm going to let the material be somewhat organic and unscripted. I just want to be like all the white male comedians in LA and talk shit about nothing and have people listen and make millions of dollars. We're going to practice healthy boundaries. We're going to work on healthy communication. We're going to talk openly about pursuing mental health and physical health. If that sounds interesting to you, then this is a place for you. I do think it's important to note that I am not a licensed or trained professional of any kind. I am not a therapist. I am not a counselor. I am not a social worker. I do not have any credentials whatsoever except for a bachelor's degree in business management. Barely. But I have years of therapy under my belt. I have experience in the 12 steps and a lot of other spiritual and emotional practices and tools that have helped me navigate life. So I'm going to be sharing about that. I have been cleared by mental health professionals to be a life coach if I want. So I'm going to life coach the shit out of you through this podcast. And if you have questions, if you have stories that you want to share, if you want advice on anything just for fun, you can submit things to me through my website, traumedyhour.com. What else do you need to know? I have a dog and I have a cat. My dog Odin is my best friend and the love of my life. And my cat Thor is a second, but not a close second. He's not my best friend, but he's my friend. And you might see them or hear them in these podcast episodes. So just keep that in mind. If you hear meowing, that's my cat telling me what to do because this is his fucking house and I listen to him. Oh, you know, I may or may not perform music for you guys at some point. I do have a lot of segments planned out. I've got some guests lined up. I've got some hilarious conversations we're going to have. I have some intense conversations. If at any point you find yourself thinking, God, Holly's so fucking annoying and Traumedy Hour is literally the worst podcast I've ever heard, then go ahead and block me. Please don't bully me in the comments. This is a hate-free zone. We don't tolerate bullshit attitudes around here. So if you need an attitude adjustment, I have some people that I can send over to you to help with that. Otherwise, I just ask that you unfollow or block. Please do not show up at my podcast in my house and try to tell me what to do. I'm not going to tell you what to do. I'm not going to tell you who to be. And I ask for the same thing in return. Like I said, healthy boundaries. I'm so fucking excited to do this. I don't even care where it goes. I'm just excited to try it. And I hope that you enjoy it. I hope that you engage with me and tell me what more you want to hear. Feel free to like share some ideas and thoughts with me as I get started, because I've never made a podcast before. Thank you for being here. Thank you for listening. Thank you for being part of my journey. I hope that you enjoy this podcast, and I look forward to episode 1 coming soon.